Are we on? Okay, we're going to try to do eucalyptus abbreviated really fast, quick drive through. Essential oil for aromatherapy. Okay, we're going to give ourselves 10, 15 minutes. Okay. Eucalyptus energy is what? What do you think?
Cooling.
Cooling, but it's a stimulant. What do we mean in herbal medicine by a stimulant, though? Not necessarily caffeine, right? Here we're talking a stimulant historically means something that really activates the vital life force or the constitution, meaning you can have a very activating, animating, very powerful therapeutic effect just across the board when it's right. Okay. Um, the main way we're going to use, first of all, eucalyptus, pound for pound, one of the cheapest, best essential oils to have for about everything. First aid kit essential oil, because it is one of the best, cheapest sick room diffusing oils, meaning it's been shown to kill most common bacteria, virus, and fungus and mold also. We talk about mold as a huge thing. We'll have a whole class on mold exposure because it's very serious and very complicated. Um, so it also helps to kill mold. Even concentrations as little as 2% dilutions can kill most things in the air. So just diffusing it is, what if you don't have a diffuser? How do we diffuse it without having a little aromatherapy diffuser? Yeah, just put it in some boiling water, put quite a bit of drops in boiling water, and as long as you can smell it, that's over 2%. So, okay.
Does it kill viruses in the air as well?
Kills almost everything in the air to some degree. I mean, nothing sanitizes the air, right? So, but it does kill a lot of bacteria, virus, mold in the air. Okay. Okay. So it's extremely antiviral, topical and internally. So topically, we're going to use this for sinus viruses, respiratory viruses, just any kind of virus that we have to diffuse. It's very helpful for and kind of have like almost like a sanitizing effect on our lungs and sinuses. It also opens our sinuses and it also opens our lungs. So it helps breathing, it helps coughing, it helps get mucus out. If kids are or adults are having coughing attacks, this is a very good coughing remedy to diffuse. If you don't have a diffuser, you can also just dilute this in oil and massage it onto the chest, the neck, the back of the neck, and the upper back. Any of those areas are how we would do this. Or if you have any of you grow up with a good old grandma like I did, you just got the Vicks Vapo Rub like on your neck, your chest, your upper back. Those are the points we do to treat viral infections and upper respiratory tract infections. So, okay. So it helps breathing, it helps decongest. It's pretty crazy how you can almost feel breathing improvements with eucalyptus, even for asthma, sometimes very rapidly. Even if your sinuses are congested, it doesn't like totally drain them, but you'll actually feel your breathing open up. So, Vicks, I don't know, a bunch of places now, like a Walgreens, sell the little eucalyptus, little inhaler things you like breathe. It's actually a good idea. It's been around in natural medicine forever. Right? You can make your own. You just get a little tube or something, or you can just smell the bottle and just put it up to your nose. It's very, very powerful. So it also it is a febrifuge. It's a fever lowering essential oil. Diffused, it can help lower fevers, but also like soaking putting a drop or two in a little bowl of water and soaking like a dish rag in it and putting that on somebody's chest or back, the back of the neck, right? The wrist is very good for fevers also and will enhance anything else we're doing, like elderflower. So it's really, really good for the onsets of fever. It's also a great bath. If we don't want to use the essential oil, we can just make a tea of the leaf too and drink it, or we can make a room inhalation by just boiling the leaves on the stove. You don't have to buy the essential oil. Okay.
Crush the leaves in order to get the
Nope.
essence.
You do not have to crush the leaves to get the essence out or the essential oils out for diffusing, as far as like just boiling them. It's also very good for ear infections, earwax, congested ears, earaches. Um, you can actually do an ear steam. Like instead of putting like, a towel over a boiling pot of eucalyptus, you can actually just tilt your head to the side and steam your ear. It's very good for congested ear and ear wax. Also, just treating your sinuses will decongest your ears, like of most people or for kids. Um, this is also, yeah, a great bath for fevers, colds, flus, infections of any kind of viral nature. Topically, it's also quite good for a lot of viruses. So we use it for herpes, cold sores. Um, we can use it for shingles and the pain of shingles. Um, use it for other viral skin things like chicken pox. So any kind of viral skin condition, we can use it for topically. We would dilute the essential oil, right? How much would we dilute it to start with sensitive people? 1 tablespoon of carrier oil. How much essential oil? About 1 to 2 drops to start with. If you're a cougher like me, then you can, work your way up to 5 or more drops per tablespoon. This depends on how sensitive people are. This is also one of the best foot rubs when people are sick. So you would just dilute the oil, or you would make a hot bath and put someone's feet in it, or do a foot bath, or just massage the essential oils on the bottom of someone's foot. Really helpful for sinus infection, colds, and flus. We especially rub the big toe with that one for the head. Okay. So any kind of coughing, any kind of lung infection. Because it is so cooling, we also use this for heat stroke. So people are not only just feverish, but also if you have a heat stroke, we would, put some of the tea or essential oil diluted and soak a dish rag in it, put it on the back of the neck or put it on the feet, kinds of stuff we could do with it, right? The tea is actually quite delicious. I mean, you can drink the tea of the leaves. It's very delicious. We'll talk about that later. Um, we also use it for swollen lymph glands from infections. If you can't find this, what can we do in place of it? Like, what can we go to Walgreens and buy? You can still buy old Vicks, and you can still buy some natural kind of forms of Vicks, even at Walgreens now, in an emergency.
Didn't they take out the key ingredient of Vicks that actually made it work?
I haven't looked at it
Like 10
lately.
years, a while.
It's
It's
possible. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Vicks has it's like fate. It's like the a chemical of the essential oil. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we could use this also, yeah, topically on the lymph. There's just a bath is great too, right? But just I can't tell you how many times I've used this for sick, coughing people who couldn't breathe. Kind of helpful for asthma too.
Like as a steam, do you think, or just
As a steam or just diffusing it into the air. The people that have mold in their house, I always have them diffuse this. Even if you have a dehumidifier, and the best air filter ever and the best furnace filter ever, you'd still want to diffuse this to kill mold in the air.
Let's say you had a eucalyptus tree in the backyard, you just put the bark and put it in.
It's the leaf. Yeah, we use the leaf. The bark, I don't know about the bark. I don't know how aromatic it is. The leaf is part that's been used usually. Yeah. This is also a cooling arthritis liniment. If you have a hot arthritis or swollen joint, topically, we would dilute it and massage it into an arthritic joint. We also use this for sore muscles from working out or fibromyalgia. Very helpful for as a massage, put some in a massage oil or something, or just as a bath, right? Bath is great.
Would it help with gout?
It will help the pain of gout. It just doesn't like directly help the uric acid of gout, but it will help the pain of gout some for sure. Okay. It's also used a lot for headaches and migraines, more so when people have sinus stuff, though. That's the main uses of it. It's also used historically with peppermint topically for just any kind of nerve pain, not just shingles, like neuropathy and other nerve pains. But I think there's other things that are better for that. We've talked about like rosemary, some of those things. Okay, that's the main uses of eucalyptus. It's also one of the cheapest essential oils, right? It's only like $6 or so for pretty decent eucalyptus. I'll pass this around. We want to get regular eucalyptus. There's also one called lemon scented eucalyptus, which is still antiviral, but it doesn't have all the as much of the decongesting type effects. The lemon scented eucalyptus is the one that the FDA has approved for as like a insect repellent and a tick repellent. So I'll pass this around.
Is the regular insect one too?
It is, but it hasn't not researched like the lemon scented eucalyptus. Lemon scented eucalyptus is really delicious smelling. It's almost citronella like. Pass it. I'll pass around an organic eucalyptus and just a plain. Again, you don't have to spend a lot of money on eucalyptus. It's not really counterfeited like other precious oils like myrrh and frankincense and rose. It's like $6 a bottle. So it's not really like a lot of imposter products out there you have to worry about. It's too cheap.
Eucalyptus radia.
Eucalyptus radia, they're used the same. Eucalyptus radia and Eucalyptus globus. I believe that's the Latin name for them. They're used interchangeably. Sometimes it's called blue gum eucalyptus or narrow leaf eucalyptus or eucalyptus. A lot of companies use a fancy name for it to try to sell it for a little more, but it works. They're both kind of interchangeable as far as herbalist. Like in perfumery or something, it could be something different. I don't know about. Okay. Koalas love it. If you're a bear energy person, this might be your thing, right? Okay. Questions on eucalyptus? It's one of them you always want to have around. Because as you know, as a parent, there's nothing worse than coughing kids all night. You just know you're not going to sleep, right? It's also just good, like if people are sick around you, this is what you should be diffusing at work and diffusing places all around you to kind of keep you free from bugs.
So if I had like a coughing child and I could just use eucalyptus around.
Yeah, I usually put the diffuser right by their bedstand. Adults too. I mean, it's great for adults that are coughing all night too.
Isn't it too strong to have it close to them.
I mean, some aromatherapists think that's worrisome, but I've never seen any problem. I mean, most diffusers are going to shut off after like a half hour anyway. Yeah.
And we should only put like a few drops, right?
Anytime you diffuse something at first, you should just do a few drops until you know how sensitive people are. Yeah.
Oh, I was just laughing because I thought different diffusers I got were broken because they all stopped after about a half an hour.
Yeah. Some of them, I know, yeah. They're just, most of them are designed to kind of, some of them don't. I mean, there are brands that don't shut off, but a lot of them, the newer ones, go about a half hour and stop.
I had a quick question about elder, just last,
Yeah.
in medicines, compounded medicines, they lose their efficacy a lot of times after time.
Mhm.
And you're saying we should drink this 24/7, inject it and all that. So you don't have the same sort of issues with these natural herbs of the body getting, you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, the body adjusting to them and.
Yeah.
And then no longer having the same
Yeah.
response with the same.
Yeah, no, that's a major difference between Western medicine and natural medicine is that you don't habituate the plants. I mean, there are occasionally very rarely you would see a patient and they'll know themselves that, medications or natural supplement wise, they get better and then things just kind of like stop. But that's usually a liver indicator anyway. But usually you don't habituate or you get less effective of herbal medicines.
Right.
Supplements you can, like processed supplements like, you know, lysine or like different, isolated kind of supplements, you can kind of get habituated, but that's what's cool about herbs. There's just too much chemistry for your body to kind of like figure it out. Yeah, that's what's really kind of a unique thing of natural medicine. Yeah. That's what's really cool too, because once you know your plant, you know your plant forever. Or your plants that work, they'll always work again and again and again and again. So, okay. Shelf life for the essential oils are pretty long, kind of indefinitely. I don't know what the companies say, but I mean, pretty indefinitely. Especially something like eucalyptus that it'll kill anything anyway. So like mold and things just can't grow in it.